Alrighty, welcome to 17.6 FM. I am your host, Aurelia, and this is Aurelia Radio. Alrighty. So basically, yeah, I just was tired. I mean, I wasn't tired of the vinyl session. You know what? We'll get until that later. First, we are going to start off with the Moody Blues. So here we go.
Sight, sound, smell or touch, there's something inside that we need so much. The sight of a touch or the scent of a sound or the strength of an oak with roots deep in the ground. The wonder of flowers to be covered and then to burst up through tarmac to the sun again, or to fly to the sun without burning a wing, to lie in a meadow and hear the grass sing, to have all these things in our memories hoard, and to use them to help us to find. Ride my seesaw, take this place on this trip just for me. So hard just to end my fears, not to end my life beforehand. But by now I know I should have run. Run from my last race, take my place, have this number of mine. Run like a fire, don't you run in the lanes of our time. Left school with a first class pass, started work at a second class. School taught 1 and 1 is 2, but by now that answer just ain't true.
So that was Well, it was actually 2 tracks. It was Departure and Ride My Seesaw, but both just integrated so seamlessly. I had to play both of them at the same time. So yeah, that was Moody Blues from their album In Search of the Lost Chord. And this album came out, I believe, does this have a date? I know there's got to be a date somewhere. Hold on, give me one sec. Well, first off, we got John Lodge, Mike Pinder, wonderful mustache, Justin Hayward, Ray Thomas, a wonderful mustache again, and Graeme Edge that are part of the Moody Blues. And you know what? I'll have to look. What is the... You see, this is what happens when you don't come prepared. So right now then, we're going to jump from Moody Blues now to America. We're going to do Tin Man. So here is Tin Man.
Sometimes late when things are real and people share the gift of gab between themselves. Some are quick to take the bait and catch the perfect prize that waits among the shelves. But Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have. And cause never was the reason for the evening or the Tropic of Sir Galahad. So please believe in me when I say I'm spinning round, 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 round. Smoke, glass, stain, bright color, image going down, 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 down. Soap, green like a Oh, Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have. And cause never was the reason for the evening or the Tropic of Sir Galahad. So please believe in me when I say I'm spinning round, 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 round. Smoke, glass, stain, bright color, image going down, 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 down. So green like Oz never did give nothing to the Tin Man that he didn't already have. And cause never was the reason for the evening or the Tropic of Sir Galahad. So please believe in me. Ooh.
Now that was America, Tin Man, beautiful song. That one came out in 1974. And then I found the date for the Moody Blues one, which was the first tracks we played, and that is from 1968. Yeah, that is quite the time. Quite at the time. Like literally, I was looking at the back of the cover, and a lot of these dudes kind of look like Luke Skywalker of the Moody Blues. But anyways, we now move from America, now to Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and this is called Helplessly Hoping. Now, I wanted you to take notice something. For these past 3 songs, they're a bit old, but what they do take advantage of is panning. They did that a lot, panning. So if you wear headphones, what panning means is it's the sound is moved either to the left or the right, like it's focused on one side or the other. So you would hear that in the Moody Blues song and also in the America song. And then you're going to also hear that especially with the vocals in this song, Helplessly Hoping. So here is Helplessly Hoping by Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
Helplessly hoping her harlequin hovers nearby, awaiting a word, gasping at glimpses of gentle true spirit. He runs, wishing he could fly, only to trip at the sound of goodbye. Wordlessly watching, he waits by the window and wonders at the empty place inside. Heartlessly helping himself to her bad dreams, he worries, did he hear a goodbye? Or even hello? They are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. Stand by the stairway, you'll see something certain to tell you. Confusion has its cost. Love isn't lying, it's loose in a lady who lingers, saying she is lost and choking on hello. They are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other.
So once again, that was Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Helplessly Hoping, and that song came out in 1968. And I don't know what it, I think it's something, the needle on this turntable, it's going, so I maybe need to clean it, or there's too much weight on it. I apologize. I'm kind of tempted to start re-recording this thing from the beginning, but we keep pursuing, we keep pushing. It's okay. Mistakes happen. No one's going to die. But before we move on to the next song, which is going to be by someone named Dave Mason, I wanted to just look at something right here. So I'm looking at the lyrics on my laptop, but there is, I would always listen to the song, and this thing would always, they are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. So they are oh wait, no, that's something. Yeah, they are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. So that's what, I guess they are one person was always just kind of self-explanatory. Like, they are just one person. And then they are two alone is saying that they are still one person when they are alone, even though they are together. I don't know. They are one person, they are two alone. But then they say they are three together, which I just was always kind of confused about. Like, what is... Because they are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other, but for each other is not F-O-U-R, it's F-O-R, so it's like just a good line. I don't know. That was just something I just always thinking about, like, they are one person, they are two alone, they are three together, they are for each other. What do they mean by that? Okay. Yeah, just interesting. Anyways, this is Dave Mason, We Just Disagree.
Haven't seen you in a while. How've you been? Have you changed your style? And do you think that we've grown up differently? Don't seem the same. Seems you've lost your feel for me. So let's leave it alone, 'cause we can't see eye to eye. There ain't no good guy, there ain't no bad guy. There's only you and me, and we just disagree. A place that's far away. How about you? Have you got a place to stay? Why should I care when I'm just trying to get along? We were friends, but now it's the end of our love song. So let's leave it alone, 'cause we can't see eye to eye. There ain't no good guy, there ain't no bad guy. There's only you and me, and we just disagree. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, oh. So let's leave it alone, 'cause we can't see eye to eye. There ain't no good guy, there ain't no bad guy. There's only you and me, and we just disagree. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, oh, oh.
So that was Dave Mason, We Just Disagree, and that song came out in, I know the dates on this record, 1977. So yeah, a lot of these are pre-80s songs, but they're still wonderful, beautiful songs. And the things I love about this song is, I don't know, this song is just very relatable for me. It's like, there ain't no good guy, ain't no bad guy. There's only you and me, and we just disagree. Like, I would sing that so loud in my car because, you know, it just resembled some stuff in my life that I was going through. Well, anyways, next up we are going to play The Police, and this is off their album Regatta de Blanc, and the song name is Regatta de Blanc, and this song came out in, when did this song come out? 1979. So now we are jumping 2 years. And now here's the thing about The Police. They're my utmost favorite band, along with Sade. So Sade and The Police, right up there, right? Anyways, I think the biggest thing for me about The Police is obviously I love just them as a whole, but like there's this thing that they say about music where it's like sometimes it's not about what you play, but the space you leave, and how it's, you know, not every single second of everything needs to be filled with some sound, and or it just can be some minimum sound. And I feel like The Police does that a lot. I mean, I don't think this song is really a good example of that, but that was just a fun fact that I want to say. But anyways, this is Regatta de Blanc, Regatta de Blanc by The Police.
Arriba.
I know. I did it again. You heard the. I don't know what it is about the needle. I think it's the needle or something, because you have to level the needle, or you have to level the arm on the record player, and for some reason it keeps dipping to the left for some reason. So I think I need to level the turn. Okay, whatever. It doesn't even matter. You guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. But anyways, yeah, so that was the Police, Regatta de Blanc. And one of the biggest things I love about the Police that I forgot to say is Stuart Copeland. Because with Stuart Copeland, it wasn't the drum beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. He would just go crazy, especially on the hi-hats with the drum beat. And especially Walking on the Moon, I know he used an echo on the hi-hats on there, but I just love how I'm not hearing the same thing throughout the whole time, and how I love how Sting sings. I love Andy Summers on the guitar. I love the flanger on the guitar, the just simplicity, the cleanness on the guitar. I mean, it's not very simple, but like it still kind of is, especially when you look at Every Breath You Take and stuff. But especially Stuart Copeland. I love him, and especially if you look at videos of Stuart Copeland, you'll see how much why am I looking this way when the cameras are this way? It's just Stuart Copeland, and he just has passion for music. You listen to this guy and you're like, oh wow, this guy, he really loves what he does. So anyways, we're now going to listen to Men at Work. The song is going to be Catch a Star. Album came out in 81, or this song came out on the album that came out in 81. So this is Catch a Star. If you notice, the same thing. The Police and Men at Work kind of have a similar thing. What I mean by that is they have like reggae kind of vibes to them, or roots. I don't know. Yeah, they just got that tropical vibe to it. So here is Catch a Star by Men at Work.
Experience-based, kicking stones and cans. Experience-based, cigarette stand hands. It's not too late, hear it in the wind. It's not too late, feel passion creeping in. Intoxication, familiar smells of the hotel. Infatuation of knowing who you are. You and I, you and I, you and I, arrow through my heart, catch a star. Isolation, rows and rows of cars. Isolation like Jupiter and Mars. Staring faces, setting celluloid. Welcome to the Late Show, starring null and void. Complications, things get in the way. Sweet sensation of knowing you are near and not too far. You and I, you and I, you and I, arrow through your heart, catch a star.
Now that was Catch a Star by Men at Work. So now we are going to come to a band, or they're more of a jazz group known as Weather Report. Now here's the thing of how I found this band called Weather Report is through, I was watching this documentary on a bassist named Jaco Pastorius, that is Pastorious. Now, Jaco Pastorius, I never heard of him until I watched watched the documentary. I don't think it's on Hulu anymore. But anyways, Jaco Pastorius is just, I don't even, it's one of my most favorite musicians is definitely Jaco Pastorius. I love just the whole bass thing, and especially he plays on this fretless bass, which gives it a bit of a different sound. But he did play for this band called Weather Report. So you can definitely hear the bass in this, but it's especially on his not his solo album, but his album when it was just him, known as Jaco Pastorius and not Weather Report. I love the songs Portrait of Tracy and Continuum, and also Portrait of Tracy, the bass line. I don't know what that is. Something is peaking. It's not the vinyl. Oh, you know what I'm doing? I know what it is. I have the the sample rate too low, and when the sample rate is too low, it'll start doing this sound within the DAW, which is the thing I'm recording in. So next time I record this, I'm gonna have to stop doing it within the DAW. I'm gonna have to put a higher sample rate than this because I haven't. Okay, doesn't make sense. I understand. Sorry, sidetrack. Anyways, here's the thing about Weather Report. I just want to say there's this song, Portrait of Tracy. If you listen to the bass line of Portrait of Tracy, there's this band called SWV, which stands for Sisters with Voices. I didn't know that until much later after listening to them. But if you listen to their song Rain, it's the same bass line. So yeah, fun fact. Anyways, this is Weather Report Havana, no, not Havana, Havona, Havona. Here we go. So that was weather report Havana, and that was off their album Heavy Weather. And the people on Weather Report is Zawinul, Zawinul, Acuna, Acuna, Shorter, you know how to spell Shorter, Pastorius, I spelled that out earlier for you, and Badrena, Badrena. So, and here's the thing about Weather Report. I've listened to like a lot of their albums on vinyl, but they kind of have an eerie sound to them. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, I just explained it, but it's like an eerie, and I don't mean it in a bad way. It just has this kind of like, it's an unpleasant thing, but it's like, it's not unpleasant purpose. Like it is purposely done, but it's a bit, I feel like it's a very much of a specific taste kind of thing. It is like jazz, fusion jazz, experimental jazz maybe, but it's definitely an interesting sound they have. But as you heard, Jaco Pastorius on the bass, fantastic, right? Fantastic. Anyways, we're gonna still listen to some jazz here. Now we are gonna jump onto a band called Spyro Gyra. I love Spyro Gyra, and do you know why I love Spyro Gyra? Because my dad loves Spyro Gyra. And do you know why I love all this music that I'm listening to now? It's because my dad loves a lot of this music. This all really started with my dad, especially the Moody Blues. He showed me them, and I started listening to them. And Ride My Seesaw. Oh, that's such a good song. What's another one? Crosby, Stills and Nash. He actually had a record of that, and I didn't bother listening to it until I listened to Helplessly Hoping, and then I listened to the whole rest of the album, and I loved it. Oh, look, it's happening again. Okay, we're done. Okay, sorry. That will be fixed for the next show, so my apologies. But anyways, so this is going to be Spyro Gyra, and this is actually a live recording of them in Florida. So here, I'm going to read this. It's not called an expose, but it's just something that's off the record. So it says, these performances were recorded in Gainesville, St. Petersburg, and Orlando on Studer 24-track recorders using a Neve console. They were then mixed with an SLL 4000E automated console and Studer recorders. Jay Beckenstein played Yamaha alto and soprano saxophones. Tal Schumann played a Yamaha CP70, Memory Moog, Multi-Moog, Yamaha GS2, Prophet 5, Moog Liberation, and Dinah Rhodes. Chet Catalo played a Gibson 335, Gibson 347, and a Gibson classical guitar. Kim Stone played a Fender Jazz bass, an Area electric bass, and a 100-year-old 3/4 scale acoustic bass. Eli Konikov played a custom Yamaha drum kit with a Zildjian. I've never figured out how to pronounce this brand name, but it's a drum brand name. Zildjian, Zildjian cymbals. Dave Samuels played a Muser Pro 55 vibraphone and a custom Muser 250 marimba. Okay, so it is a marimba. I'll get back to that later. Okay, and Gerardo Velez played Latin percussion, congas, timbalas. And let me say that again. And Gerardo Velez played Latin percussion, congas, timbalas, and handheld percussion instruments. And then it says, our sincere thanks to the people who have contributed over blah, 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 blah. But most of all, Spyro Gyra audiences everywhere. So that's me that they're thanking. And it's going to be you guys now, because you guys are going to be an audience. And I'm going to show you who Spyro Gyra is. Now, this is, like I said, it is recorded live, and it was in Florida. I saw them in Clearwater last year. Clearwater, Florida. It was fantastic. I need to find another word besides fantastic to use. But I had, at the beginning of the song, I'm pretty sure, I love how the marimba sounds at the beginning of this and how they start it. And, you hear the people cheering in the background and that's the thing. I went to the Spyro Gyra concert, and there was old people and they were enjoying it. And bro, one day I'll find myself a girl that loves that type of stuff. I'll take her to this concert, and we will just be like these old people watching the concert and looking at each other just in awe. But anyways, so I was looking up, is at the beginning of this song, is it a marimba or a xylophone? So apparently it is a marimba, as a thing said, and it's the marimba I looked up marimba versus xylophone on Google. The marimba has soft tones and the xylophone has hard tones. The difference is the result of each instrument's tuning method. The marimba is tuned on even numbered harmonics, with tuning on the fundamental pitch, the 4th harmonic, and the 10th harmonic. Now, should I know what that means? Yeah, probably, but I don't. Well, I do know what first half means, just the whole, I understand the 4th harmonic and the 10th harmonic, but I can't actually visualize it, so I kind of don't really know it. Well, if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. Anyways, enough of me talking. This is Spyro Gyra off this is Spyro Gyra off their album Access All Areas, and this is the song Conversations. This came out in 1984.
Conversations by our keyboardist, Tom Schumann.
So that was, I mean, the guy just said it. That was Conversations by Spyro Gyra. And yeah, that marimba sounded fantastic throughout. What was I going to say? So yeah, that's Spyro Gyra. They're actually going to be in Clearwater February 24th, 2024, I think. It's sometime in February 2024. Y'all should definitely see them. So last up, we're going to have, yep, this is the last one. So thank you for joining me on 17.6 FM, and I hope to see you next time, but don't leave just yet. We have one more song to go, and this song is by the Pat Metheny Group, Patmetheny Group, Group, Pat Metheny Group. Off their album, what's the album called? Hold on. Still Life, in parentheses, Talking. Still Life Talking. And this song is called, man, my hat is getting in, Last Train Home. So the song is called Last Train Home by the Pat Metheny Group. Once again, and the reason why I'm choosing to end on this song is because this is one of my dad's absolute favorite songs. My dad loves jazz. He played it all the time as a kid, therefore that's why I'm very fond of it as well. Actually, my most favorite genre, jazz. But that's why I love Spyro Gyra. I love the Rippingtons. We'll be hearing those in later episodes or shows. This is episode 1, by the way. Episode 1, session 1. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I don't know the vernacular. That's probably not even the right term I'm using. But this is going to be Last Train Home. This is going to be the last song on the first episode. And it's called Last Train Home. So, azah.
Thank you.
So that was once again Last Train Home by the Pat Metheny Group. The Pat Metheny Group consists of one Pat Metheny on acoustic and electric guitars and guitar synthesizers, Lyle Mays on piano and keyboards, Steve Rodby on acoustic and electric bass, Paul Wertico, Wertico, on drums, Armando Marcal on percussion and voice, David Blamires on voice, and Mark Ledfer on voice, but I know we didn't. Well, actually, we heard voice, but those are female voices, so I highly doubt it was their voice. But yeah, so that was Last Train Home. Said that like for the 1,000th time. This album came out in 1987. And yeah, so guys, this has been the first episode session on 17.6 FM Aurelia Radio. And I really, really do appreciate you guys listening. I'm going to definitely get that thing fixed. So that is my apologies. I don't even know if maybe I'm only hearing it through these headphones. I don't know. Who knows? We'll see at the end of the mix or when I'm going through everything. But once again, thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Monday is the first episode, which is when this episode is coming out. And then we're going to have one Thursday. So we're going to have a radio show twice a week. Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Thursday. Baby, we going to stay on. And yeah, you might have heard me throughout the show. And that's because I have nasal drip. My drip right now is but my nasal drip is, you get me? All right. Anyways, guys, have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, whenever you're listening to this. I love ya. Mucho besitos. And remember, God loves you.